Hello everyone, and this is Glenda Winkleman, and welcome back to Creative Grandma. It's Stitch of the Week time, and this week's stitch is called the Up and Down Stitch, pattern number 123. I have 3 samples here showing. The first sample, I used a total of 4 different colors and started to repeat them. And these are all done in Red Heart, Super Saver, worsted weight yarn in a variety of colors. The second sample I have is done with white and turquoise blue. This is very, very pretty as well. And my third sample I done with white and Red Heart Super Saver Melon Berry variegated yarn, and this is also very pretty. Now I did not do this in a solid color because I wanted to show and accent the stitches. Now this stitch pattern is the same stitch pattern that I used for the Alaskan Nights Afghan that I just posted. So if you wanted to make that Afghan, the pattern is at the end of that video, and this video shows you how to do the actual stitch pattern. So for this pattern, you're going to have a multiple of 2 plus 1. So for our sample swatch, if you're going to work along with me, I'm going to go ahead and use the white and the turquoise blue. You're going to chain 27 for our swatch, and we're going to start with white. So if you want to get your chain 27 ready, I am using a size 10.5K hook, which is a 6.5 millimeter hook. So go ahead and get your chain ready, and I'll be right back. I have my chain 27 ready, and I did forget to tell you, when you do your chain, make sure you do it loosely. You want to have a little bit of give in this here beginning chain. So to start the first row is a pretty simple row. We're going to start by doing a double crochet in that 4th chain from hook. So you're going to skip 1, 2, 3 chains, and you're going to put your yarn over your hook, insert it into that 4th chain from hook, yarn over the hook, pull it through the chain, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, and pull it through 2 loops. So the chain 3 that you skipped will be your first double crochet, and then you made a double crochet in your next chain. So all you're going to do is you're going to work double crochets in each chain across. So if you've never done a double crochet, I'll show you one more time. Yarn over the hook, insert it into the next chain, yarn over the hook, pull it through the chain, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, and pull it through 2 loops. We're going to make another double crochet, yarn over the hook, insert it into the next chain, yarn over the hook, pull it through the chain, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, and pull it through 2 loops. So there you can see we have 1 double crochet in each chain. So go ahead and work to the end of row 1, doing all double crochets in each chain, and I'll meet you at the end of row 1. I'm at the end of row 1, and that is what your piece should look like, 1 double crochet in each chain across. So for row 2, it's going to be a simple row as well, because rows 1 and 2 are basically your basic starting rows to begin your pattern with row 3. So this is just preparing your work to start the actual stitch pattern. So you're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work, and you're going to work 1 single crochet in each double crochet across. So insert your hook into that first double crochet under those 2 loops here, yarn over the hook, pull it through the stitch, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops on your hook. That's your first single crochet, and it should be in the top of your first double crochet. So insert your hook in the top of the next double crochet. You're going to go under both loops, yarn over the hook, pull it through the stitch, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops on your hook. You'll see your single crochet is in the top of that double crochet, and you're going to repeat that across. Insert your hook in the next double crochet, yarn over, pull it through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops on your hook. Insert your hook in the next double crochet, yarn over the hook, pull it through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops on the hook. So go ahead and repeat that across to the end of row 2, and the last single crochet will go into the top of the chain 3 space, and I'll meet up with you there. I'm at the end of row 2, and this is what your work should look like. Your single crochet row on top of the double crochet row. Now I am using a 2-color combination, and I will be changing colors every 2 rows. So for video purposes and to save time, I'm just clipping my ends. I'm fastening off, and I'm going to leave my ends hang. And when I'm finished, usually when I'm making an afghan, I let them hang, and then when I come back and I'm finished, I weave in all the ends at the same time. So to start the new color, we're going to turn our work, and you always work your front post triples on an odd row. So the odd rows will always be the front of your work. So I'm just going to take my second color. I'm going to insert my hook into that first single crochet. I just have a small piece of yarn hanging. I put it to the back, and I just pull my yarn through and make that loop. You're going to chain 3, which will be your first double crochet, and then you're going to work a front post triple. Now don't let that scare you if you've never done one. If you know how to do a triple crochet, the front post is just telling you where to put it. So let me see if I can do this so you can get a good look. You're going to wrap your yarn around your hook from back to front twice. 1, 2. You're going to come down to row 1 in the next double crochet stitch. So this is your first stitch where your edging stitch is. Your chain 3 acts as the first double crochet, and you're going to be working into the next double crochet in round 1, or row 1, I'm sorry. So take your hook from front to back, take it down through that stitch to the back, come from the back to the front around that post. So your hook will be just underneath the post of that double crochet. You're going to wrap your yarn around your hook, pull it through that stitch, through the post of that stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops. And that creates your front post triple crochet. So now the next stitch will be a double crochet, and you're going to be working that in the top row in the single crochets. So this is where you worked your front post triple crochet. Now look for your next double crochet and follow it up to find your single crochet, and that's this one. So you're going to skip the single crochet behind the stitch you just made, and you're going to work a double crochet, yarn over the hook, insert your hook into the next single crochet, yarn over the hook, pull it through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops on your hook. So the front post triple and the double crochet is the pattern that you're going to work across your row. So you're going to go ahead, find your next double crochet on row 1, so you work this one, so this will be your next one, yarn over the hook twice, come down in front of the stitch, and on the right side you're going to go from front to back, and then from back to front underneath the post of that stitch. You're going to put the yarn over your hook, pull it through the stitch, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops. Now you just made your second front post triple crochet. And if you can see this, these two are raised and this one sets back in. Okay, so now you're going to work in the next single crochet. You're always going to skip that stitch behind the front post triple you just made, and you'll be working your double crochet in that next single crochet in that top row. So this is where I come up with the up and down stitch. Like I said, this may have a different name, but we're working up and then down, then up and down. So I'll show you one more time. Yarn over the hook twice. You're going to go from front to back, all the way through the back, and then from the back to the front underneath that post. Yarn over the hook, pull it through the stitch, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 stitches, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops, yarn over the hook, pull it through 2 loops. And then you're going to do a double crochet into that next single crochet. So go ahead and repeat this pattern across your row, and I'll meet you at the end of row 3. I'm at the end of row 3, and if anybody was really watching this video right before I cut off, I actually put my double crochet in the wrong stitch, so I did correct that. So please make sure when you're doing your work, you skip the one behind this front post triple and work in the next one. So you will end your row with a double crochet in that last single crochet stitch. So for row 4, which is an easy row, every other row will be a single crochet row. So you're going to chain 1, you're going to turn your work, and this is what the back should look like. And when I said on the instructions about checking your gauge, it's kind of hard to measure your gauge on this side. So flip it over to the back, and it's so easy to see that that's 2 rows. And then every time I change colors every 2 rows, it's a lot easier to figure out your gauge. So for row 4, now I did forget to mention that this pattern is a 4-row repeat. So you will be repeating rows 3 through 6, which 3 and 5 is almost identical except where you start and finish, because you're alternating in between the stitches. It changes where you start and finish. So we're going to single crochet, insert your hook in that top of that stitch, yarn over, pull it through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops. Insert your hook into that next stitch, yarn over, pull it through the stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2 loops. And all you're going to do for row 4 is continue working over, doing a single crochet in each stitch across. And when you get to the end, we're going to work a single crochet into the top of this chain 3 space here. So I'll work over to my last double crochet stitch, and then I'll show you how to put your last stitch in that chain. And I'll be right back. I'm at the end of row 4, and this is the back side of your work. And you'll notice your row a single crochet going across your stitches. So I'm over to my last double crochet, and this is our chain 3 space. So count up and just look for your top chain. You're going to insert your hook into that chain, and you're going to work a single crochet. And because I'm doing a 2-color repeat, I'm going to fasten off. You're going to turn your work to the right side, and that's what your work should look like. You can see the pattern starting to form. So you just worked your first half of your repeat. So now I'm going to grab my white. So I just grab my new color, insert my hook in that first single crochet. I'm going to pull my new color through and chain 3. That is our first double crochet, and you can see how it lines up on the edge. Now, because the stitch alternates, Let's see if I can show this to you. This row, you will be working a double crochet in the top of each one of your front post triples, and you're going to be working a front post triple between each front post triple. I know that's a little confusing, so let's begin our row 5. We're going to work a double crochet in that next single crochet, which is above that front post triple of the previous row there. And now we're going to work a front post triple in the double crochet between the current front post triple and the one on the other side of the front post triple. So this double crochet right here is where you're going to work that next stitch. So yarn over twice. You're going to go from the front to the back of the work, and then you're going to come from the back to the front underneath that post, underneath the post of that double crochet. You're going to wrap the yarn around your hook, pull it through the stitch, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. It's the same as row 3, it's just where you're starting. You're just putting your stitches in different places, but the concept of the front post triple and the double crochet across is the same. You're going to work a double crochet in the next single crochet of the top row. You're going to work your front post triple in the double crochet between the next 2 front post triple. It's really hard to keep saying that over and over. Yarn over twice. You're going to go from front to back, back to front underneath that post of that stitch. Yarn over, pull it through the stitch, yarn over through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So that is the pattern you're going to repeat across. So go ahead and work across. I'll show you one more time. You're going to do a double crochet in the next single crochet of the top row. Yarn over, insert your hook in that single crochet, yarn over, pull it through the stitch, yarn over through 2, yarn over through 2. Then you're going to work another front post triple. You're going to yarn over twice, front to back, behind that next double crochet 2 rows below, and then from back to front underneath that post, yarn over, pull it through the stitch, yarn over through 2 loops on hook, yarn over through 2 loops on hook, yarn over through 2 loops on hook. Double crochet in the next single crochet on the top row. So go ahead and work across, and when you get to the end, you will be ending with 2 double crochet. You will have a double crochet in the top of the last front post double crochet in this single crochet, and then you will have a double crochet in that last single crochet. So go ahead and work across, and we'll meet up at the end of row 5. I'm at the end of row 5, so we only have one more row of our repeat row pattern. So for the last row of our pattern, you're going to chain 1. You're going to turn your work, and we're going to work a single crochet in each stitch across. So look for your first stitch. So you're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through the stitch, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And you'll continue working a single crochet in each stitch across. So go ahead and work your single crochet across the row, and I'll meet you at the end of row 6. I'm at the end of row 6, and I just worked in my last double crochet, and I did want to just show the chain 3 ending space because some of the new people might still have trouble with where do I go. So you look for the chain right next to your stitch, which is here, your chain 3. You're going to insert your hook, yarn over, pull it through the top of that stitch, yarn over, pull it through 2. And that ends your row 6. So I'm going to fasten off. So rows 3 through 6 is the repeat of the pattern. You flip your work and this is what it should look like. Very, very pretty textured pattern. And all these ends over here, what I do is I flip it over to the back when I'm done with my piece. And I forgot my yarn needle, of course. I put the thread through the yarn needle, I bring it up and I just weave it in through these stitches here, and I do that matching the yarn with the row and just weave it in the back side of your work. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Stitch of the Week with the up and down stitch. This is what it looks like if you continue working. So just continue working into whatever length you need to feel comfortable making this stitch pattern. So there's the blue again. Here's the multicolored. And here's the white with the melon berry. So get creative. Have fun. Enjoy crocheting. And please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget the patterns at the end of the video. And check out my video, The Alaskan Nights Afghan. It's made with this stitch pattern. So happy crocheting!
Bye-bye!